Hey everybody, today we'd like to talk about a subject called the SOS. Are you a victim of SOS? So what's SOS? My name is Eugene and today we're dealing with this phenomenon called SOS. SOS stands for Shiny Object Syndrome. Have you heard about this before? Well, Shiny Object Syndrome basically is a disease of distraction, okay? So what it means is that the term basically means that, just like someone who's going trekking and they see something shiny and then they take their sight off what they're supposed to do, which is to get on with the journey, but they get sidetracked to look at what this object is, and then they spend time digging in, and then when that thing is nothing really much to see, it actually basically is probably a tin can that was half hidden under the ground, and then they walk past, and then as they walk along they see the next thing that seems to be blinking at the side, and they think that, oh, maybe this is a treasure, maybe this is a diamond that's hidden. But then when they dig it out, now it's probably a cigarette package, the tin foil that was just underneath, thinking but made itself look as if it was a diamond. So this is an analogy, but do you know that in our lives as business people or as employees or as people who have a dream and trying to build this dream, we sometimes fall into this trap of the shiny object syndrome. I know for one, I have been a victim of this many a times, okay? And when did this SOS actually appear? Well, it appears during times where we are looking for something new, okay? We're looking for something new to do, a new chapter in our lives, or a new project that we want to get going. And then what happens is when we're searching, many things actually becomes very interesting to us. Now, that can be a good thing and also a bad thing, okay? So if you're an entrepreneur and there are many exciting things that you have that attracts you, that projects that you may want to start and you see a potential in it, then that's just normal, right? Because that's what entrepreneurs do, right? They uncover or they identify things within their scope that will actually be money making, okay? But on the contrary, the shiny object syndrome is that you're probably on a direction doing something and you get distracted by other things that are falling on the wayside or in the line of sight of yours, but it's on the side of the pathway, and then that draws your attention away, draws your energy away, focusing on those things. Okay, so some of the examples of this would be possible projects that come along. Okay, there'll be hundreds and hundreds of projects. If you begin to see opportunity, or you begin to train your eyes to look at opportunity, everything can be an opportunity. All right, that's the truth, right? So how do you? What about other examples? Okay, for example, tools. Okay, as entrepreneur, right? A lot of us are solopreneurs or wanting to be an entrepreneur, and we're now beginning to get online, say the digital space, and so there's this new software for $37 that give you a lifetime access, and you go like, wow, this is fantastic, you can do this, the bling bling, and and all that fancy things, okay? And you go, oh, maybe later on I will need this. So what do? You purchase it. But sometimes if you realize, and if you're someone like that, I know I'm guilty of that. Through the years I've purchased things that I thought I'll be needing, but when I move on with the project, then I realize that, hey, maybe the thing just doesn't suit the usage for me. Okay, then I find myself spending a lot of money for no good reason. So these are some of the examples that this SOS may be hindering us or tying us down, right? So it could be projects that's in our heads that we want to pursue, or it could be things that we want to buy, okay, that we have told ourselves that, hey, these are the things that I need and can help me. Okay, so how do we then counter that, right? And it's tough. Let me tell you, it's tough. Okay, especially now where there's all these different opportunities out there. When you turn on the internet, you turn on your Facebook, or you turn on, you know, your Instagram, you'll see all this advertisement bombarding you, saying that, hey, you know, you don't have to lift a finger at all, you'll be able to make thousands of dollars a day, you know, come click. And then you click in there, and then you look at it and goes, hey, maybe this can be. And then very soon the tracker, the crawlers begin to track you, you know, then you begin to see that there's a lot more information, a lot more, you know, such advertisement comes into your Facebook or into your email. When you've clicked on one of it, many more will come up. And sometimes, you know, this is very distracting, especially when you're trying to start out. Okay, so I want to offer you a few pointers or tips that you can maybe look at to be able to conquer this SOS. Okay, then point number one, what you need to do is, again, right, when you see, let's start with opportunities, right? You identify all these opportunities, and you're going about doing this, right? If you are a serial entrepreneur, if you've done many deals before, you've realized, or you've learned through your own process how you determine what is a good deal and what potentially not be a good deal. You would begin to learn this through experience. But for those who are starting out in this, money making online or digital space, all this, noises and advertisements and all these different gurus coming out and trying to, throw you their solution for you to make money quick online. And some of these things, it could be true, but it may not be for you. So what do you need to do? You need to take those down. So what do I do? Let me share with you what I do. The first thing I do is, it interests me, I put them, I save them, actually, the link or whatever, I actually save them as a bookmark and put them into a folder, and I call it possibilities, right? So I just, every time it comes about, I just place them in there and I don't take a look at them, right? Because I got onto the internet, or I got on to Facebook, or to my Twitter, or whatever the social media platform is where the advertisements are coming in. I went in there for a specific purpose, whether it was to answer some of my clients, whether I was actually in the midst of building relationship, or answering questions, or looking for a specific thing, and then this distraction comes along. So I add them into a bookmark within, if you're using Safari or you're using Mozilla, just bookmark it, okay, and then add them into a folder and just keep them in there, right? So why do that? Because it allows us to satisfy the need to, hey, maybe it's something, so I better keep that somewhere and I'll come back to it later, right? So focus, it will help you get the distraction away and focus on what you're supposed to do and get it done. All right. So the second thing that I would do is I would sift through this information. I have another email account that allows this kind of extra, interesting stuff for them to send emails to that, and I discipline myself to only open those emails once a week. Okay, and I give myself an hour or so to look at and identify. Maybe there's an opportunity there. Who knows, right? So. And that's how I deal with it. But you can have your way to deal with it, but so far I find that very, very helpful. So the second thing is, if you found an opportunity and you're looking at it, the second thing you can do is share it with a friend, someone that you trust. It could be a business partner, it could be your spouse, it could be, just people that probably you're studying with in the course. Okay, just ask their opinion. What do you think about this thing? Okay, maybe they've got some insights, right? But again, there are not, we're gathering information, not that we trust 100%, right? Because we still need to make the judgment by ourselves, right? So, but there is always power in numbers, okay? Especially people that you can trust, right? Your mentor, get a group of people that they know business well, and just ask their opinion, right? Because they'll be able to give very valuable insights. Okay. So the third thing that I would do with respect to the let's say an opportunity, I would ask myself this question, right? How much time would it take away from my current goal? Okay. Would this thing be a replacement to my current pursuit, right? Because if this thing is a complementary thing, okay, and if I didn't have to put a lot of effort into it, my friends say that, hey, this is something that we could look at, right? And there were more people getting involved together with me, then hey, maybe we can go in there to explore, right? So exploration is the third thing. So go in, spend some time, maybe a day or two, an hour a day, or whatever it is. Go and explore thoroughly, find out, do some investigation. And number 4, if this thing turns out to be true, sit it out for a week. Sit it out for 1 week, right? So anything that is delayed, the gratification that is delayed now would give context to it, right? Because if in 1 week's time this thing dies away, then hey, you got to be thankful that you didn't get involved, because you would have spent 1 week away, distracting you away from your current goal to get to your specific goal quickly. Now has stolen a week away. But if after a week this thing seems to be just as exciting, if not more, then hey, spend another 2 or 3 hours with it, right? Put in a little bit more effort, put a little bit more time, discuss with some people, and do it as a group, right? And then this will give you strength and momentum looking at this objectively, right? So same with the software, right? Most of these opportunities in software, they said, hey, click now because this will never come back again. Look, the truth is, opportunities of softwares or opportunity to make money is out there. If you have a scarcity mentality, then you always have this FOMO, or fear of missing out. Okay, don't let that cripple you. Don't let that drive your daily your daily direction. Okay, that's very important, because what will end up happening is when FOMO takes over, you tend to make the wrong decisions and you tend to pay for it either with time or money or trust. Okay, so these are the 3 things that are very important that you keep sacred in terms of being responsible, a good guardian of your money, your time, and the trust of friends. Okay, so if you keep this sacred, okay, and really guard it properly, then you realize that, hey, sorry, my camera just went stuck. So if you got this properly, then you realize that, hey, whatever your goals are, whatever that you are pursuing now, you know that you're in the right direction. So if this thing now appears to be something great, and that offer continues, right? So it's, let's say the thing was $59 and now it's $29, right? So after 2 weeks, and it's still useful, right? You've looked at it, you've asked the people in your organization, do you need this? How can this improve? Will this improve? Let the group decide if that will help, right? Even if it was $59. If you're a solopreneur, ask another entrepreneur, ask another friend, ask another, a senior, in the journey. What do you think about this software, right? So you will get some answers. And my camera is acting up. And you get some answers for yourself, but you also get clarity, right? So then, if in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and it's still needed, then you know that this investment made will be useful and it will be used well, right? So these are some of the tips that I'm giving you to ensure that you're not stuck with this SOS, right? I know a lot of people are. I've met many friends. We're in study groups. We're now even in different courses together, right? And during this lockdown, a lot of people have got a lot of seminars, a lot of summits to go to, which is fantastic. But then again, right? How many can you attend? So make sure you have clarity. How are you going to utilize this information for you to be able to reach your goal quicker? Okay. This weekend, I'll be attending something called the Unstoppable Live Summit. A fantastic group of speakers. I know exactly why I'm getting in there, who I'm listening to, why I need this information now, and how I'm going to utilize it for myself. Right? So there are a lot of people who attended another seminar with me and say, there's just too much, too much information, too much saturation. Well, the truth is, right, you pursue what you need to. Imagine, right, out of the 3 days and or 16, 8 hours a day for 3 days, if I could catch the one thing that can help me now speed up the pace of me being able to execute what I need to execute, then it's worth it all. Then it's worth the time. Then it's worth the money. Then it's worth my trust, right? So don't let SOS hinder you, but now learn to manage it. Why? So that's all I want to share with you today. So I hope you have a good day, and if you have some time this weekend, do join me, okay? And the link on how you can get involved in Unstoppable is also below, right? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'd love to connect with you if you've got questions, or you've got some questions that you want to ask, or you have some comments that you'd like to make. It would be great to have you comment and have you dialogue with me. All right? So thank you very much. We'll see you later. Eugene signing off.